What's up, my Moon Tribe? I'm Haley, and this is Moon Tribe Tarot. Welcome to Taurus's mid-month spread from now, January 15th to January 31st. These are messages that I've already pulled off camera. The messages that you receive today will be general messages only, which means please take what resonates and leave behind what does not. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, where your messages will 100% correlate to your story, you can find all the information on how to get a hold of me in the description box down below. Let's get right off into it. I did a cross of truth. This is going to be a little bit more in depth because I did need to pull a little bit of clarity. So let's get right into it, though. We got the Four of Swords as the basis, the World as desires, Death as helpful, Magician as unhelpful, Nine of Pentacles, Judgment together for outcome, and then Death was clarified by the Knight of Cups. So basically, let's just run through this whole thing real quick. The basis represents the situation of what it is going into. It's basically why everything is happening. The Four of Swords represents needing to have rest, knowing that you are aware of a situation that you are in, but for the most part it doesn't seem like things are going to change about it. So it represents sleeping guarded. It represents sleeping with your swords, kind of like when people sleep with their guns. They are aware of the stress and the burden or whatever situation it is that they have to deal with, and they are choosing to continue to deal with it, but they are not letting the stress get to them. They are aware that they are going to be experiencing this thing forever, however long it takes, and they do have the weapons that they need to prepare themselves, and they are ready to defend themselves if they need to. For desires, we get the World. The World as desires means that you wish to see something to completion. This is a goal completion card. It represents the need for the closing of a store and the beginning of a new one. This is a good card. It is positive. It says that basically the desires here is to have goal achievement, to have it all, to finish some sort of big thing that you've been waiting for, been working on. The helpful is Death. Now, Death is a bit of a tricky card to get into helpful because Death does represent, at least in some scenario, it can be a little bit of a loss. Death is change. Death represents the change of a situation. But in this case, and I'm only saying it because of the card that I pulled, Death does not indicate any kind of negative change in this instance because it is clarified by the Knight of Cups. I asked, where does this change go? What happens because of this change? And I got the Knight of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, somebody that wants to court you or have some sort of they want to take you out on dates. This is a card of a suitor, somebody that is going to go after you. So in Death, there's going to be some sort of ending. There's going to be some sort of change, and change does. I know that the book did say that change, that this could be kind of like a loss card because it's death, but death is a transformation as well. It can represent the transformation of one thing into blossoming of the next. The end of one phase of, let's say, an illusion of something in the beginning of the next. It could be, literally, in some cases, it can mean pregnancy for some women. Some of you actually might be pregnant because I did get that as the outcome for some of you, which is a pregnancy card. But for the rest of you, I feel like this is just, let me go on with that explanation, though, because that's important. It's the death of one way of life when you find out that you're pregnant, because the death card comes up for that, because it can represent, you're changing, you got to change the whole style of the way that you live. And it is also so for people that are afraid to be in relationships when they have a new suitor coming in. It's kind of that same change. But death here is not a bad thing. You're unhelpful. This is what's going against you. This is definitely kind of you're the only person preventing you from having this success from now to the 31st, which is what you want. I know that you want goal attainment. The only person stopping you is your own fucking self and nobody else. The Magician represents somebody that is an alchemist, he has all the potential and purpose to create whatever it is that he would like. But when he comes up like this kind of reversed, he does represent a situation where you are letting either your anxiety get the better of you, or you are just not trying hard enough on your goals. It is saying, what am I stuck on that I am not pursuing this? Why am I not pushing my skills further? However, for the outcome, we literally got goal achievement. The Nine of Pentacles in this deck represents goal achievement. It represents this kind of woman who she's portrayed alone, but more so this is a goal completion card. She has gotten what she has sought, which is whatever the pentacles are, that is what she has gotten. It can be emotional wealth, financial wealth. It represents emotional stability, dependency, or not dependency, abundance. So this is a card for somebody that is either for some of you, it could be a pregnancy, but for some of you, it is more just, literally, this is goal achievement. It is setting upon something and receiving that goal. Because we got Judgment to clarify it. Judgment represents a rebirth, a repurpose, being called into something, having something given to you that you have been called to. This is a reawakening. It's a second chance. It's a second shot at whatever this is. Which I definitely feel like for some of you it is going to be a relationship. For some of you it might be pregnancy, and for the rest of you it could just be a simple situation where maybe like a work scenario or some sort of scenario in which you are doubting your own abilities. You have every desire to put the work into this, to make this work, and in the end I do see you overcoming the Magician's reverse, where I do see you actually having this second shot, this renewal, and this chance. I do see it happening for you in the month of January for you, Taurus. Let's have one more card for clarity and outcome. I'm going to ask for one more card of outcome, just so I can see. The Fool. The Fool is an incredibly good card to get in this position because it represents going off in a new direction. It is a new beginning. There is going to be a new beginning here. For some, for some of you, is going to, literally, some of you might be pregnancy because this is going out into the unknown. It's going out into something, a new relationship that you aren't really 100%, I don't want to say not prepared for, but it is something that you will be doing that is going to be new to you. Because every relationship is going to be new to you because it's a different person. So kind of trying things and doing things in a certain way, you will definitely have your guidance along the way, because the dog represents, being guided, having successful guardianship during this journey. He will aid you. This spirit will aid you, because the Fool does also mean that to be careful about being a little bit foolish, but you definitely have help here. You have help going out into this new journey. I definitely see you going at it. One more card, just to super clarify this. Wait, hold on. It's not usual that I do that, but I reshuffle like this. But I did see the card before I pulled it. Okay, 5 Wands. I made an oopsie. So this is the last card of what it is that you need to know. The 5 of Wands represents, in normal decks it represents quarrels or arguments. In this deck it reads it very, very differently. I'm actually going to read you the advice because I'd rather have you hear what the book says than me in this instance, because the book is going to do it better. It's time for a little friendly competition to help each other hone your skills. The man is holding the wands, and we can see the hands of everyone taking up the wand from the collection. Everyone is getting ready to bring their best efforts to the game, and this could be an actual game of sport, but it is also any other meeting or gathering where people are sharing ideas and brainstorming solutions. So basically the general overall message here, especially with the 5 of Wands coming out, is that you are going to be going in this new direction. You are definitely going to have help. There are going to be hands. This is kind of like a teamwork card. It's almost like, in this deck, it is almost a teamwork card. It does represent things that will be a little bit of a challenge, but people that are willing to go with it for you. There's definitely going to be people here that it's kind of like in some decks it's kind of like everybody for themselves kind of thing, but it is not so in this card. It does definitely represent the need to definitely help each other. There's a sportsman-like nature about this card where it literally says in the advice to make sure that you are helping people, that you are being sportsman-like about this. So go into this new beginning, go into whatever new goal attainment that this is, because you do have a goal attainment here. You are going to have help. You're going to have people that will aid you along the way. You are going to have people that will help you hone your skills in. This is a solid reading for you, Taurus. I'm glad to see this shit because I'm also a Taurus. So, until next time, I will see you later. Peace out, my moon tribe.